Every year, technical industries lose millions of euros or dollars, not because of bad strategy, but because of messy data. Welcome to the Data Edge, the podcast where we turn information into your greatest competitive advantage. I'm Erwin, and I'm along with Stephanie Wiechers, CEO of Perstal. We're stripping down away the jargon to show you how to build a data foundation that actually works. From Microsoft Fabric to AI readiness, we're here to help you to stop guessing and start leading with data. Let's dive in today's session. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you, Erwin.
And in today's episode, we are discussing, I think, something important because we have AI models and they can do a lot of things. However, if we talk about data and AI models and how we improve data with these AI models, the question arises about the quality of the output. And so, can you say something about maybe one of your projects that you're working on and the output quality? How important is it for the client, and how do you work on maintaining the level of quality, and what is the level of quality?
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Um, well, when we do work for clients, that is around driving insights, and our clients come to us when they are working on AI and they're working on reporting, but something is missing, and they can't reach the insights that they actually want to show. And why is that? It's because the foundational layer of data quality and data integrity is missing or is incomplete. So what does that mean? That means that in the database that's stored, there might be lots of spelling errors, there are missing categories, um, maybe data points are mixed. And so that means it's not possible for a machine to properly deal with it. And what we then support on is that we automatically, instead of having to like hire maybe 3 people full time to constantly solve these issues, is that the software automatically detects those errors and in 9 out of 10 cases also automatically solves the problems in the database.
Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, so basically, what is then defined as quality for the client? You say so there is missing data, but that can change client by client, case by case, probably. So does it mean that the company sets what they perceive as a quality?
Yes, they do. Mm, So most of our clients aim for a 95% accuracy rate.
Hmm.
And why 95%? It's because that is the level that you can realistically assume to automate. Because
Okay.
everything you want to automate is something that's repetitive and something where you have prior information to compare that to.
Okay, so 95%, that's pretty well challenging, I think. That's to reach such a level. That's nice. So how you do that? So how do you come to that level? How do you know that what the actually the model is
Mhm.
doing that is 95% accurate?
Yeah. So we recently had a case where our client said, okay, 95% is the accuracy level we really need to get to. And that is of crucial importance to us.
Hmm.
Um, and so what does that mean is we use AI to do this data enhancement in combination with also internal rules and with input that comes from the client side that then also is used again to train their own instance of the software. Now we needed to check how accurate is this actually. And in the setup, the only thing that we had was the dirty data, so with all the errors in there, like wrong spelling, also without the categories assigned to it yet. And
Hmm.
so that meant that we did not have any input from the client yet when we started on like then what it is supposed to be. So no human had verified that yet. They like asked us, okay, can we have this accuracy level? We really want to know, where are we at? What's the progress? Like, how close are we getting to this 95%? And so to be able to answer that question and to at least produce some like early numbers, what we did was we ran the improvements that we did through like a test case AI model that we created for that testing. But so here we run into something that inherently is challenging and something that inherently doesn't really line up, right? Because you're using an AI to
Yeah.
test the accuracy of an
You ask an
AI.
AI to judge on another AI.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, it's something that we see more common now in the market, right? That one AI is working with the other. But anyway, so we still need to be very sure, of course, if the client wants an output of 95% from the raw data sets coming,
yeah,
that we can be really sure about it.
yeah. Yeah, it's like in the Netherlands we say we at Draft recommend Draft. So in English that would be we at Fairy
Yeah, yeah.
recommend Fairy. Like of course it's gonna say it's fine. And we would produce a range, but we also said, okay, this is not really this shouldn't be the final point. And so well, we really appreciate working with this client because they're very, very critical. So they also said, well, if you're testing AI with AI, how reliable is that? So then came the next steps. That's actually where it gets really interesting.
So what's the alternative?
Yeah, the alternative is basically when you want a really, really reliable test, you need someone to have approved what is right.
Yep.
And that means you can't have the AI do it. You can't have the AI come up with it. Most companies have some way or form in which they already do it. And that is great because that's then actually something that we can use as a test case. And so in this unique case, everything was a bit more challenging because there was no way of doing it yet. So everything was new, made it like very, very
Mhm.
complex. We don't have to go into details of that now. But that meant that not only did we not have data which we could use to like train their model on, we also didn't have any data yet to do these checks on. And what we set up for them is it's a four-step process. So they can first put in rules. So everything that like is always done in a specific way, or they want to do in a specific way, they just can put in the rules. Like that just, you know, is a sensible and very robust way to get started. Then comes the priors. And so that's basically everything that the model has learned from input that the user has given it before. And wherever it can replicate, it replicates that. Then the third layer for any point that hasn't been identified so far. And like when getting started, that's almost all of the points, right? But as you progress and as you grow and like train and give inputs to the model, that becomes less and less and less. It's basically like the way a large language model search works. So it's like research from the internet. It is a
It's learning, right?
contextualized way of assigning, well, if we're speaking about an aluminum beam, then that goes into the category of aluminum beams. And then the final step in the process, and that's of course the step that we are minimizing here, is the human review. And so in this case, in creating those human review points, those are then later being used to also validate whether the predictions from the system were.
Yeah, well, I think that's a very important step, right? Isn't that a lot of work for the company to involve people to do, well, checking on the AI model?
Yeah, good question. So, well, the whole point of these exercises is to not do it with as many people. And so the
Yeah.
cases that we come across, they vary. Whenever companies often do this exercise when they have a reason to do it. So it'll be a fabric migration, it'll be we want to do more with AI, and now we find that we're actually running into problems because our data baseline is not correct, or maybe they just migrate from one software to the other, and then it's a good moment to also improve the quality while doing that migration. When you're moving house, then you also do a cleanup before you go. And what sometimes happens, and so what the alternative is to doing what we do is to hire a number of specialists to do this. And that has two disadvantages. Like the first one is it's really expensive, it takes a lot of time. And the second one is these people also don't know your business yet. So they'll still need to learn. And if you can do it internally, then you are taking someone away from their core role.
Okay, so it's not necessarily somebody from the organization itself. It can be also, let's say, outsourced testing or reviewing job.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah. And
Okay.
we do see that's very common. The quality is then, of course, lower because someone doesn't know yet how your business operates.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Makes sense, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I think it's an important factor, of course, especially when you want to come really to high accuracy levels. I truly believe also in the cooperation between human and AI models um, to make things on the right level, right? And yeah, to really build something that is extremely good. And like you say, you cannot just an AI model learn from an AI model. Well, not yet, at least. We don't
Yes.
know what's coming from future, but okay. So yeah, that's an interesting point. And in your project, what's currently the end result? At what level are you currently? That you
Oh,
can you give us a hint in what direction it's already going?
yeah. So the project is still ongoing. We've surpassed 85% now.
Okay, all right, good. And you're implementing these new models. So yeah, that's great insights in how we can reach quality levels. So that's I think thank you for your insights in this part. And I think the next episode we will have something special, right? We have a guest.
Mm-hmm.
So we will bring in our first guest in this podcast, and then we can hear from out the field itself some more insights in projects and data and how they approach it and the importance for that as well. So I'm really looking forward to that episode.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so for now, thank you, Stephanie, and we see you next time.
Yeah, and thank you to the listeners for being here. We love having you here with us and excited for the next week.
Thank you, everyone, and see you next time. Tune in. Bye bye.